Pierre's now in the middle of it. I thought you and Tortorella were friends.
We are. I don't know what's going on. I just got in from Detroit.
All right, what about this stuff with you? Now, did Tortorella do so? I missed that interview with Tortorella the other day. I don't know why. Maybe I left the room. I was watching the game. Did something go on with you and Tortorella?
Not at all. I asked Mike, as his coach, how would you describe Ryan Callahan as a player in the game? And John Tortorella basically said that was a good GD goal. And that's all he said. That was it. There was no feud.
But were you unhappy with his answer?
No, I said, thank you very much. And I went back to my perch where I work.
Okay, so the idea that you were upset with him is not true.
Totally false, fictitious. I don't know how that ever came out.
Yeah, that's what was reported today. So that's not true.
Well, nobody's ever called me from any paper. I'm the one that does the interview.
Okay, so you didn't have any problem with his. So you asked him about Callahan, and that
was my second question.
Oh, what was your first question? What was your first question?
First question was just about the team and how they were playing. And he said, I really don't have a feel for it. And then I asked him about Callahan, because Callahan was playing his best playoff game of this playoff season.
Right.
Playing fantastically well. And I just wanted to hear how his coach would describe him, because he was basically the guy that was the measuring stick for the rest of the team. And I thought the Rangers really had a chance to win because of how well Callahan was playing.
All right. Now, there's also the idea that you guys gave him what for about his about his problems with the power play. Did you say anything about the power play?
Absolutely. It's what I've been telling you since January. It's nothing different. The power play has 2 goals this playoff season in 9 games. It's struggled. There hasn't been a lot of structure to it. But I'd also said, which is amazing, again, I don't know. I just got in from Detroit.
Right.
But I can tell you, I also said in the second and third period, the power play was starting to get better, and it was stuff that the Rangers could build on. But, no, we absolutely did say that the power play had struggled, and the numbers don't lie. It has struggled all year long.
Did you?
But never made it a personal thing, absolutely not.
Did you say the power play that the power play was his fault, that was the head coach's fault?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have a problem? Did you have a problem with him calling out Hagelin, saying he stinks on the power play?
Yes. I don't think it's appropriate to call a player out at this time of the year, especially a player that's playing on your top, or any player at all that's playing and sacrificing his body for you as a coach. It's not a one-player thing in the power play. It's a total player thing. And I basically think the schematic is wrong, and that was a direct word that I used.
All right, now, I don't think this is a dumb coach from what I can tell. Now,
no, far from it.
Okay, so why would you think he would single out a player? You're a coach, a hockey coach. Why do you think he would single out a player?
Maybe frustration. Maybe he's trying to torque the guy. Maybe he's trying to get the other guys to respond and rally around that player. I don't know. I haven't talked to John about it. I haven't had the chance to talk to John about it. I'm doing a game every night in a different city, so I haven't had a chance to sit down and talk to him about that. But no, I don't know why he would do that. But I personally, I'll use Detroit as an example, okay, Mike?
Right.
It's not about one player or 2 players when they don't win. It's about total team. It's about the team. Players don't get singled out. The team does. And when the coach doesn't think he does a good job, he says it. I got to do a better job as a coach. Go back to the Anaheim series and look at some of the press releases at conferences afterwards and some of the verbiage that he uses. He doesn't talk about individuals. He talks about Red Wings. Totally different.
All right. Is there, to your knowledge, is there any rift between Tortorella and NBC?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Has he?
He's never said that to me.
Has he been, in your mind, has he been uncooperative with you?
I think he's like that with everybody in the media. I mean, he's done that with Larry Brooks. He's done it with Sam Rosen. He's done it with Dan Rosen. He's done it with a lot of different people. I just think John has an acrimonious relationship with all media. I don't think it's NBC or the New York Post or the Daily News. I just think it's with all media. That's just him. He's different when it comes to dealing with the media.
All right, now, this is more important than whether he does or not. Do you think... why, let me get to this. Why do you think the power play continues to fail?
I don't think they have a guy that can run the power play. I think, they were hoping that Brad Richards could be that guy. That hasn't materialized yet. They were kind of hoping Michael Delzato might be able to do it. It might be too much for him right now. John Tortorella's talked about not having the big shot from the point. They do have a big shot on the point. It's Dan Girardi. Unfortunately, Dan was never really known for being a great offensive player, but what he has is he's got great defensive instincts and he can really shoot the puck. Just because you can shoot the puck real hard doesn't mean you're going to run a great power play or have one. You can ask the Boston Bruins, whose power play has struggled for years, even though they have a guy that shoots the puck harder than anybody else in the league, and Zdeno Chara. The Rangers really haven't had a true power play quarterback since they lost or traded away Sergei Zubov and traded away Brian Leetch. I mean, those were really the two last